please call the roll.
Senators Aguilar,
Excused.
Baumgardner, Cook, Coram, Court, Crowder, Donovan, Finberg, Fields,
Excused.
Garcia, Gardner, Guzman, Hill, Holbert, John, Jones, Kagan,
Excused.
Gafalis, Kerr,
Excused.
Lambert, Lumberg, Marble,
Excused.
Martinez Jimenez, Merrifield,
Excused.
Moreno, Neville, Priola,
Excused.
Scott,
Excused.
Smallwood, Sonnenberg,
Excused.
Tate, Todd, Williams, Zinzinger, Kagan, Fields,
Yes. Let's go.
Mr. President.
Here, with a whopping 28 present, 0 absent, 7 excused, we have a quorum. Colleagues, guests, we have a special treat this morning. If we could all stand, we're going to have a presentation of the national anthem by Mr. Thomas Bringy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That voice comes from a senior in high school, by the way. Mr. Majority Leader, well done. Mr. Majority Leader, yes, well done, Mr. Majority Leader. Well done.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate suspend Rule 1B so that a non-member may offer the Pledge of Allegiance.
Motion is to suspend Senate Rule 1B so that we may have a non-senator lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Let me introduce you guys first. Today we have with us Van Rogers, Zaya Rogers, Lydia Rogers, and Eli Rogers. Why don't you all stand right up there so everybody can, up here against the rail. There we go. So now everybody can see them. Take it away.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Fenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the journal of Wednesday, April 11th, 2018 be dispensed with, and that Thursday. What day is today? What is that?
Thursday the 12th.
Okay. I'm going to redo this. I move that the reading of the journal of Thursday, April 12th, 2018 be dispensed with, and that the journal be approved as corrected by the secretary. This one.
That one right there.
right
Got it. You've heard several motions. Let's vote on that last one. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Please add Senator Aguilar to the roll.
Well, either way.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege from the senator from District 28 in Aurora.
The motion is to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by Senators Todd, and can we add Tate to that motion? All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we'll proceed out of order. Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, colleagues. What a wonderful full Capitol chamber we have here this morning. May I ask for a moment of personal privilege, please?
Granted.
Thank you. The good senator and I from Centennial and Aurora are coming together to honor a special group of young people that are here with us today. They have made a major accomplishment. So I'm going to just say at the front end, Grandview Timberwolves, and how absolutely fabulous accomplishment they made. So I'll go ahead and read the tribute. And as you see, they are standing over here in the corner, not because they're in trouble, but because they are willing to stand together once again. So the members of the Colorado State Senate are proud to welcome the boys and girls basketball teams at Grandview High School. These young men and women have given of themselves in one of the most admirable forms in which individuals can, and that is through teamwork. Teamwork and collaboration is about setting aside any one individual's ego of desires for the sake of achieving a common goal, and the boys and girls basketball teams who are with us today have done just that to secure 2 Class 5A championship wins. They're kind of like the Yukon of Colorado. The girls' team is coached by Josh Ulitsky. I hope I'm saying that name right. They had an outstanding season record of 25-3. And the boys' team, not far behind, had a season record of 24-4. Furthermore, the boys' team, coached by Michael Rogers, had made a comeback from last season. So they were close, but not quite there last year when they had narrowly missed a spot in the 5A Final Four of 2017. Today, we commemorate the resilience and the determination it has taken for these young men and women to apply themselves in teamwork and achieve 2 momentous victories. On request of Senator Nancy Todd and Senator Jack Tate, given this 13th day of April 2018, the state capital of Denver, Colorado. And I am just so proud and pleased to have them here with us in the chamber. And again, there are 2 seniors on the boys' team and 3 seniors on the girls' team. So my prediction is, watch out. They may be back next year. So welcome, Grandview, and thank you for coming to the Capitol and joining us today on this great day to celebrate you. Thank you.
And just to correct the record, it's the Wolves, right? The Wolves. Congratulations. Let's give them another hand. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate continue to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by the senator from Berthoud, District 15.
Motion is to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by Senator Lundberg. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. Ayes have it, and we'll proceed out of order. Senator Lundberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. To present a tribute for a very special day today, but a little bit of history, if I might. First, in 1988, because this is a very special year for homeschooling in Colorado. In 1988, 30 years ago this year, Colorado law affirmed that it is the primary right and obligation of parents to choose the proper education and training for their children under their care and supervision, and that home-based education is a legitimate alternative to classroom attendance for the instruction of children. Since 1990, Christian Home Educators of Colorado, commonly known as CHEC, has been an encouragement and resource to assist parents as they educate their children at home. We are grateful for their dedication to the education of students in Colorado. Here at the Capitol, CHEC has been celebrating home education every year since 1994, which means today is the 25th Homeschool Day at the Capitol. Home education is a part of America's national heritage, as evidenced in the formative years of home-educated Americans such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Quincy Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Abigail Adams, Patrick Henry, John Jay, Booker T. Washington, Andrew Carnegie, Thomas Edison, Mark Twain, Ansel Adams, and I could probably go on for all day, but I'll stop there. The growing research on adults who are home educated indicates that they internalize the values and the beliefs of their parents at a high rate. Home educated students score above average on achievement tests, regardless of their parents' formal educational level or their family's household income. Additionally, no correlation has been found between the level of state regulation regarding homeschooling and the academic achievement of homeschool students. There are over 2 million children who are home educated in the United States today, which saves American taxpayers an estimated $27 billion annually. A demographically wide variety of people homeschooled, encompassing a wide variety of religious, political, ethnic, and socioeconomic groups. According to one study, 32% of homeschool students are members of minority groups. Parents who have home educated their children are to be commended for their extraordinary sacrifice and commitment that has produced millions of home educated graduates who are equipped to be successful and productive citizens because of the values, education, and training they have received from their parents. The Senate of the 71st General Assembly of the State of Colorado, the House of Representatives concurring herein, honor, thank, and celebrate home educators and their home-educated children. I appreciate the time you've granted me here, Mr. President, and we have in our presence today many of those homeschool families, parents, the children, representatives from Christian Home Educators of Colorado, most notably Mr. Bill Roach, the president, and Mr. George Sechrist, long-term board member. And we also have Mike Donnelly, who's with Homeschool Legal Defense Association, who will be the keynote speaker at the rally this noon. I invite everybody to be there. And again, thank you for this special time we have on this very special day, and I trust we can truly recognize the contribution that homeschooling makes to the state and the people of Colorado. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate continue to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by the senator from Centennial, District 27.
The motion is again to proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege by Senator Tate and Senator Guzman. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed no. The ayes have it. We'll proceed out of order. Senator Tate.
Request moment of personal privilege, please.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today we are welcoming the Colorado golf industry. And this is a tribute to this industry. Colorado's golf industry contributes $1.7 billion annually to the state's economy, supporting over 10,000 jobs and generating over $170 million in wage income. Colorado's golf industry provides enormous economic and ecological benefits for local Colorado communities and encourages sustainable development. Colorado's 239 golf courses maintain more than 12,000 acres of natural green space with substantial benefits to the ecosystem while using less than 1/3 of 1% of the state's water supply. Golf is part of a healthy lifestyle, providing outdoor social engagement for people of all ages and contributing to longer life expectancies, and of course contributing to endless personal frustration on my own end. Golfers visiting Colorado contributed over $250 million to the state's tourism economy and spent on average $387 per day on ancillary activities such as lodging, transportation, food, and entertainment. Golf is a powerful form for charity fundraising, with more than 12 million people playing 143,000 charity events in 2016 nationally, generating more than $3 billion in charitable giving. This tribute's on the request of my colleague, Senator Lucia Guzman, and myself, given this 13th day of April 2018 here at the state capitol. And we have members of the Colorado golf industry in the gallery today. Where are they? Over here, to my left, up here. I don't think those folks there are personally responsible for my frustration on the golf course. So with that, I'll turn over a few comments from my colleague, and then we can give him a round of applause.
Senator Guzman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, golf, it's a good thing. It's good for the economy. It's good for the soul, so get out and do it.
So we welcome our guests in the industry.
Senator Corum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members and guests, I have a very special guest in the room today. My sister Darla is the back of the room. I got to tell you, I was a small child with a large attitude, and she has been my protection for near 70 years. And if there's any one of you that are thinking with messing with me, I would suggest that you rethink that. As you can tell, we actually do look a lot alike. Her mustache is a little bit heavier, but she's been somebody I've loved for 70 years. So thank you very much.
Please add Senator Marble to the roll. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate proceed out of order for a moment of personal privilege, a tribute by the good senator from Colorado Springs, District 10.
Motion is to proceed out of order for another moment of personal privilege by Senator Hill. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. We'll proceed out of order. Senator Hill.
Mr. President, may I have a moment of personal privilege, please?
Granted.
Colleagues, here to offer a tribute to Dr. Nancy McCallon. Dr. McCallon has recently announced her retirement, and we would just want to recognize her years of service. And so the Senate and the House of Representatives convened the 71st General Assembly hereby extend sincere commendation to Dr. Nancy J. McCallon, Colorado Community College System President. The Colorado Senate is proud to recognize Dr. McCallon for 29 years of service to the people of Colorado. Dr. McCallon served as chief economist for the Legislative Council of the General Assembly for 10 years, spent 6 years as the executive director of the Governor's Office of State Planning and Budgeting, a cabinet-level position where she was responsible for budget policy and resource allocation for the largest system of higher education in the state, serving 137,000 students. Wow, we skipped a line there. Let's redo that, colleagues. Resource allocation for the state. Dr. McCallon has served as the president of the Colorado Community College System for 14 years now, during which time it has become the largest system of higher education in the state, serving 137,000 students and granting almost 40% of all degrees and certificates awarded in Colorado, and has grown to have a $5.8 billion economic impact annually, equivalent to the creation of 98,000 jobs. Dr. McCallon has fought tirelessly to make community college education more accessible and affordable, resulting in 63% of Colorado community college students graduating without any student loan debt. Thanks to her efforts, Colorado's community colleges attract and engage a diverse student body that includes 48% of all undergraduate students of color in higher education in Colorado. Under her leadership, the community college system has continued to grow and prosper, putting hundreds of thousands of Coloradans on a path to a brighter and more prosperous future. Colleagues, Nancy and her crew are here today on the floor, along with her family community college board members, including Senator Raleigh Heath, and other presidents and staff. Thank you, colleagues, and thank you, Dr. McCallon, for all the time and energy, heartache, tears, joy, optimism you have invested in Colorado and the children and the future that our children, our grandchildren will inherit. We sure appreciate you.
Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I just want to congratulate Dr. McCallon and I started together 14 years ago, and when I was in the House. And so she's going out before me, but I want to thank her and publicly give accolades to her family, because the sacrifice that she has given to support Colorado has been absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations, Dr. McCallon, and best wishes to you and your family. Thank you.
Senator Neville.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dr. McCallon, one of the things I think that just wanted to mention, I've seen a lot of people come down and testify on bills, and of course we had an important bill that Dr. McCallon was involved with this year. But I have to say, Doctor, your testimony, often at great odds, was the best testimony, and I think you did the best job I've ever seen in the state legislature. So congratulations on all your work and making sure that we have a great community college system. Thank you.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Having had the opportunity to serve on the House Education Committee for 4 years and then over here in the Senate for 2, that afforded me the opportunity to meet Dr. Nancy McCallon. Just an amazing woman who has done so much for so many students in our community colleges. The articulation agreements between the 2 and 4 years, you were at the center of that. 1319 contributed to that. The effect that you will have on community colleges and all higher ed has been felt and will continue to be felt in this state for many years, decades to come, and we are grateful. My younger son is now a student at a community college, and he is excited to have that opportunity to control cost and then move on to a four-year institution in his third and fourth year. But if it wasn't for your work, Doctor, those kinds of opportunities would certainly be more limited, if not they, just completely absent from our state. So I am grateful personally, and thank you, and we wish you a fun and prosperous and healthy retirement. God bless. Thank you.
Senator Court.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I continue in this moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you. I just want to add to that, as a proud, over a decade now, community college instructor at Red Rocks, I just want to say what a wonderful system our community college system is, and a great deal of that is due to Dr. Nancy McCallum's leadership. Thank you.
Mr. Majority Leader. Committee reports.
April 12, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy, after consideration of Committee recommends following House Bill 1270, be and as follows as submitted before the committee hold the favorable recommendation. April 12, 2018, Committee on Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Energy, after consideration of Committee recommends following Senate Bill 235, be and as follows as submitted before the committee hold the favorable recommendation. Recommendation placed on the consent calendar. April 12, 2018, Committee on Education, after consideration of Committee recommends following Senate Bill 228, be before the committee hold the favorable recommendation.
Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 241 correctly engrossed, Senate Bill, or Senate Joint Resolution 10, Senate Resolution 4 correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 31, 38, 39, 201, 206, 209, 210, 218 correctly revised, House Bill 1040, House Concurrent Resolution 1001 correctly re-revised, House Bill 1042, 1146, 1147, 1193, 1257, 1264, 1268, 1275, and 1305.
Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 242 by Senator Marble and Representative Leonard concerning the swearing of a public official of office.
State Veterans Military Affairs. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over the third reading of bills calendar to Monday, April 16th.
The motion is to lay over third reading of bills calendar till Monday, April 16th. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar Monday, April 16th.
Motion is to lay over the general order second reading of bills calendar till Monday, April 16th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
I think we're on Governor.
You want to do those? Okay. Mr. Carpenter, please read the appointments on the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar.
Members of the Colorado Banking Board for terms expiring July 1st, 2021, Timothy Patrick Daly of Evergreen, Colorado, to serve as representative of a money transmitter organization licensed pursuant to Article 52 of Title 12, appointed. Ronald Keith Hilton of Littleton, Colorado, to serve as an executive officer of a state bank with no less than 5 years practical experience as an active executive officer of a bank, appointed. Laura Jean Miller of Littleton, Colorado, to serve as an executive officer of a trust company, appointed. Members of the Public Employees Retirement Benefit Plan for a term expiring July 10th, 2021, Susan Grace Murphy of Denver, Colorado, to serve as a representative with experience and competence in investment management, finance, banking, economics, accounting, pension administration, or actuarial analysis as a Democrat, reappointed.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar consisting of members of the Colorado Banking Board and a member of the Public Employees Retirement Benefits Plan.
You've heard the motion. Is there any discussion? Are there any no votes on the appointments on the consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar? With 30 ayes, 0 noes, are absent, 5 excused, that motion is adopted. Following members are appointed to the Colorado Banking Board: Timothy Patrick Daly, Ronald Keith Tilton, Laura Jean Miller, and to the Public Employees Retirement Benefit Plans, Susan Grace Murphy. Message from the Governor.
April 12, 2018, Colorado Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to inform you that I have approved and will file with the Secretary of State the following acts. Senate Bill 87, concerning in-state tuition as institutions of higher education for certain foreign nationals illegally settled in Colorado, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 182, concerning a physician's right to provide continuing care to patients with rare disorders despite a covenant not to compete, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:36 p.m. Senate Bill 136, concerning fees for advising clients about the selection of an individual health benefit plan, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:52 p.m. Senate Bill 170, concerning a water court process by which an owner of a storage water right allowing water to be stored in a new reservoir capacity may release water into an identified stream reach in a manner that protects the water releases while complying with mitigation measures identified in the Fish and Wildlife Mitigation Plan approved by the Colorado Water Conservation Board, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 162, concerning substitute child care providers, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 11, concerning treatment of students who are excused by their parents from participating in state assessments, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 161, concerning repeal of the Behavioral Health Transformation Council, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 176, concerning changes to the requirements for meeting dates for the Board of the Southwestern Water Conservation District, approved April 12, 2018 at 3 o'clock p.m. Senate Bill 106, concerning obsolete statutory provisions related to local governments pledging for sales or use tax revenues to pay for revenue bonds issued for the purpose of finance capital improvements, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:57 p.m. Senate Bill 110, concerning the repeal of the requirement for each state agency annually report the amount of federal money it received in prior fiscal year, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:58 p.m. Senate Bill 127, concerning the repeal of the Department of Revenue's requirement to publish a historical explanation of income tax rate modifications enacted in the state on every income tax return form, approved April 12, 2018 at 2:58 p.m. Senate Bill 129, concerning the non-substantive reorganization of laws exempting from state sales tax certain drugs and medical therapeutic devices, approved April 12, 2018 at 3 o'clock p.m. Senate Bill 172, concerning testing of horse racing licenses for the presence of prohibited substances, approved April 12, 2018 at 3 o'clock p.m. Senate Bill 183, concerning authorizing agents of insurers to access the electronic system that ensures access for owner and lien holder information of the motor vehicle, approved April 12, 2018 at 3 o'clock p.m. Senate Bill 79, concerning classifying stock as a vinous liquid for the purpose of the Colorado Liquor Code, approved April 12, 2018 at 57 p.m. Senate Bill 184, concerning a new permit for the short-term extraction of construction materials, approved April 12, 2018 at 3 o'clock p.m. Sincerely, John W. Hickenlooper, Governor.
Are you done? Signing of bills.
The President has signed Senate Resolution 4.
Well done. Well done. Announcements. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We will go ahead and adjourn. We're going to close the desk. And reminder, we will be back here at 10 a.m. Monday morning, Mr. President. I move the Senate adjourn until 10 a.m. Monday, April 16th, 2018.
Motion for the Senate to adjourn until 10 a.m. Monday, April 16th. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The two ayes have it, and we will be adjourned.